Okay, I'm live. Yay! All right. Okay, so I had to wait for Spirit to tell me I just left my Instagram account. I was over there for a good 90 minutes talking. And that was really pretty good. Um, just the people that showed up. So one of my things I'm learning about, doing your work and how people gravitate and find you and everything else. Um, People are asking me about the spiral light. Spiral light is a healing modality that was, how do I put it? I say it was downloaded into me, but I really strongly believe I've always had the connection to it. I just awakened to finally say, oh, yeah, I came here to do this. So the download activation was activated to remember what I came here to do. And Spiral Light is just one of those modalities that actually helps people to break those patterns. Now, here's the thing. I have done packages. I've done the 48-hour thing, testing it out on different levels. And the one of the coaching that we talk about, the body, how's the body feeling, da 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 da. And it'll probably be going in and out on this webpage. I don't know. There's a lot of things happening. And so the energy of what I've been working with a lot of people is old repeat patterns of not being worthy and not believing in itself. And that's one of them that just really keeps coming up. And it's really coming up now for a lot of people, especially this weekend, because we're hitting that pivotal moment on the 21st. Now it's funny. When I come on to YouTube and I start talking about doing clearing work for people who need to move through certain things, it's really weird. I've noticed this. My lower back starts to pulsate. Like yesterday, I felt like I was in labor. I had a physical child come through my womb, except for the one that I lost in 93, that I didn't know I was pregnant at the time. But to feel this tightening in my lower back and then it release and tighten again and release. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Am I having a spirit baby and I don't know about it? So here's the thing. I wanted to come on here and just talk about, my name is Felicia, also known as Priestess Michaela 333 on Instagram, also known as the co-founder and an author of 2 books. Yes, 2. Love when I do that. 2, and it just got bright light all of a sudden. And here on YouTube as Felicia Be So Light. Now, YouTube sent me a email and said, oh, Felicia, thank you for your good content, blah, blah, blah. We would like for you to talk about how this year has been for you. Paula Santos. Water. Chocolate. Well, let's see, YouTube. How has this been for me? Look how it got bright all of a sudden. Honestly, when I really think about it, I started this channel as a place for people to come to be a part of the Be So Light show, tribe. So when we look at the word Be So Light, be soul light. Be so light. Be your light. Be who you are. Let your light shine. How's this year been? Well, let's see. Let's go back to January. January, I was working at a spa. I was in desperate need to have a break because I was finding myself very sensitive and feeling as though I needed to take a break and needed time out, and I was just in this funk and I couldn't shake it. I needed to get out of it, and I needed to shift. I needed to do a shifting. And my birthday was coming up, and I get really emotional around my birthday. So I just had some cashews and rice, organic cake things. So now I got to keep clearing my throat. Thinks I'm not eating more of those. So anyway, I in January I had turned 54, and where I was at the time, I was given a gift certificate or a certificate of a makeover. And remember, everyone, I was going through this whole thing of makeup, makeover, all these wonderful things. I was, given that. It never happened, of course. Just circumstances, things change, whatever. It just never aligned. And I knew when I was given it that it wasn't going to align. It wasn't supposed to. It wasn't going to align. So I said, okay, this really isn't going to align. So that's when I ventured out and I learned about putting on eyelashes and doing all the makeup stuff, having a good time with that, and learning a lot from Krista Lee. And now she's got her own body care line out, which is House of Priti, Priti. I love it. So doing that and learning that has been wonderful. I really enjoyed that. And then moving into February and really being vulnerable enough to talk about why I totally dislike Valentine's Day, how emotional it is for me and why I don't like it. And then telling the people at the time that I was working with why. And then emotionally going through that. So that was like, those 2 months right there were kind of like the hidden slap in the face type of thing, like still never good enough, still never enough type of energy I was dealing with. And it was just bringing me down. I was at a point I didn't know what to do. Then we come to March, and I'm still holding on to a prayer. I'm needing some time out, needing to regroup, needing to look at what am I here? What is my purpose really? Besides somebody else telling me what my purpose is and that I'm supposed to be just doing it. Well, if that's true, then why am I so unhappy? What needs to change in me to find my happiness again, to find my joy? It's like my joy, I was just getting up, being mundane, getting up, putting same clothes on, going in, da-da-da, 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 oh, okay. And just going through the muddles and then dodging spears, emotional spears from people, dodging them. Because there are people that were not happy with me and they were pissed off at me and angry at me and just taking all kind of strikes at me, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And I did not like that. I didn't like how this was coming down, and there was a lot of things being said and fingers being pointed and things that were not true. And it was hurtful. Then boom, step into March and get to the end of March. And then this happens. The virus comes in and shuts us all down. We're on a timeout now. Wow. On a timeout all the way until the end of, I think for me, until the end of July or somewhere around in there, August. Then had to move out of my corporate apartment setting, business area, and had to constantly, up to now, try to find where I really want to live. Been living in and out of hotels, living in people's homes that open up their home to me and allow me to stay with them, and walking around on eggshells, trying not to disrupt their lives, and disappearing so that they can have, time to themselves or whatever, and doing things, and then still trying to stay focused on what I created after writing 2 books, after talking about Spiral Light, and then coming in and really, trying to educate people on what I do. And so when I got this email from YouTube talking about, tell us how your year was. And then I start thinking about all the censoring that's going on YouTube, what we can and cannot say. And I'm thinking, really, YouTube, you really want to know how I'm feeling? Because I'm getting mixed signals from you. Because if I don't talk like this, or don't say this, or don't say that, then, or I say this or say that, then you're going to pull my info. You're going to pull it off. I only have 66 subscribers following me. I'm just a little fish in the pond, but I do speak my truth. So when you guys sent me that email talk about wrapping up the year, what you've experienced of this whole year, I would wrap this whole year up as a big ass okay. You just have to watch my mouth. It was so that it really messed up a lot of people's lives. And I think this whole thing of what's been going on has been one big, that should have not taken place the way it has, and the damage that is done to people's lives. And it's still doing it. That's the only word I can use to describe the total wrap up of this year. Is one big, in a nutshell. There you go. It's the only way I can put it. Because I had to watch people that I know and love and care about lose their businesses, and the burdens that they share on that. I had to watch people that I follow on YouTube, all of a sudden they're gone, or they're missing, or stuck. I had to watch people that I knew who became ill and sick die. So I can't really wrap this whole thing up and say, oh, yay. No. Yes, it's great that we're going through an awakening. I love that. Yes, 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 please. But at the same time, the amount of loss and things that I've seen. So YouTube, I don't really know how to answer that and wrap this all up with a bow on it and celebrate with some eggnog and say, yay, Merry Christmas. Bullshit. It's not a Merry Christmas for a lot of people on this planet. A lot of people lost people. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people lost their business. A lot of people lost. And they're just trying to make it through the day. They're trying to hold it together. And some people couldn't last. Some people didn't make it. They took their lives and the lives of others that were their family, because they couldn't figure out how to provide for them. That's how I wrap this up. And now we're preparing to go into 2021. The only thing I can do is to hold strong in what I came here to do, and that's spiral light, my healing. Working with the plasmic charged light of the universe in the depths of the cosmos, that 11th dimension, that going into that space and working space. And when I say spiral light, I literally see the spirals of plasmic energized light that's coming in to help people shift their lives. I see that. And when I look out into the cosmos, or I can see the cosmos and I see Andromeda, the galaxy that's not too far away from us, and how it spirals, I just love that. I love, love, love that. And when I say it, I get a little like kind of dizzy, lightheaded when I say Andromeda. When I say the planet Maldak that blew up and their particles are still floating out in the cosmos, that was my planet that I was on. Having flashbacks and memories of that. And then here on this earth, being here. So, spiral light, I am very, very grateful. I wrote the book. That was the best thing that I could have ever did, is have the time to write the book. So the hidden downside. So yeah, I just talked about the negative part of it. Now I'm going to talk about the positive part. The positive part was I got time out, along with everybody else that got time out. The other part of it was I wrote 2 books that are on Amazon, ebook style. You can get them, download it, and read it, and easy, quick read, straight to the point, in your face. Wrote Spiral Light. I wrote the picker up of your crown, your throne, sit in it and rule. You know, how to be that queen, get your queen on. Learn the power of yes and learn the power of no. Like, this is queening today. This is priestess today. This is today. Everything is representing that. So writing about spiral light and talking about how it transformed people's lives, and the one that really sticks out the most, along with others, is the man who was fearful of anything on his face. Because if you put anything on his face, he literally thought he was claustrophobic and he couldn't have anything on his face. So I do the spiral light treatment on him, find the timeline that was tied into that, clear it out of the cellular memory of that was connected to the soul and everything else on the cellular memory. Find out that he was an old priest back in the day of the Spaniard time, and then his town where he was taken out of his church and watched the slaughtering of people in the town, and then he was thrown into a casket and buried alive. And to be able to find that timeline, which is why they call me the root seeker, to find the root cause of the origin of that timeline, and to tell him this is where it's coming from, and then thank you, Solaris, then to turn around and clear that whole timeline, and he no longer has that effect. Yeah, I love spiral light. And then to go in and deal with someone who had pain for 12 years in their back, and was going back and forth to a chiropractor, was going back and forth to get it checked and everything else. And I go in and do spiral light, go to the root cause of when it came back. When did it start? And go back to that timeline and find out it had a lot to do with when she was pregnant and when she was having her baby. And then clear that whole thing out, and boom, she has no more back pain. Gone. Suffered for 12 years with that back pain. Gone. Another young lady had injured her hand unfolding something. Her thumb got caught in something and it injured it. And she had that pain, couldn't stretch it out for 5 years. It was just stuck in one position, no matter what she did with it. It would only go so far. Go back to the root cause of what caused it, clear the energy, spiral light it out, boom, full mobility of her hand. Came right back. Yeah, this was the good part that came out of it, because I had to switch from what I was doing with these hands on, doing all the massaging work on people and doing my work on people where I'm going into their body and working on the spine and everything. Wasn't allowed to do that because of what the virus was out. We had to not be interacting on anybody. So I was put in a creative mode to come up with something on, okay, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, and got to work from home. What would I want to do? What can I do? Oh, I'm good at my readings. Boom. Okay, got that going. Wrote my books. Boom, got that done. Now I can do Spiral Light. Can do it anywhere with anyone on this planet. And I kind of struggled with how far I could go to go do it. You know, how far I could go to go try to do it. But now I have clients, and I would have never ever thought I would have clients somewhere like in Sweden, Hawaii, New York, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Arizona, Nevada, California, Florida. Just amazing, meeting amazing people and helping them to change their lives and watching them be inspired after they get their. But some people were just blocked in their creative energy, and after the energy spins through and you go through the frequencies and you load up on the frequencies and you come back down into yourself and you settle in where your vibration needs to be anchored in on, anchoring into your light, anchoring into that true divine self, and then boom, creativity. I have one client that is painting beautiful geometric art. She's just been nonstop, inspired, inspiration, came up with healing programs, things that she normally was struggling through, she can do like that. That's what Spiral Light does, and that's why I do it, and that's what is inspiring for me. That's the good thing that came out of this year. Other good things that came out of this year is the exposure of lies. The lies that were right in front of our faces and things that were happening, and having that those things exposed and seeing it for what it is. That. And then knowing that justice was being put in place. And how quiet Hollywood is right now. Yes, they should be very quiet there. Disgusting. So when you ask me, YouTube, to talk about how would I wrap up this year, that's how I would wrap it up. You know, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but my freedom of speech and how I am describing it from my personal point of view, that's how I have to say it. And if it wasn't for Spiral Light, my healing modality, what I do, I really don't think I would have made it through so many things, because it has really kept me going. Because the severity of the sensitivity of all of this energetic stuff that's been going on is enough to make anybody just snap. It really is. Because it's just so much stuff. And when I come to my channel, I am real. I'm going to say it like it is. I'm going to have my fun. I'm going to have my hair rolled up and whatever. And I'm going to come on here and laugh my butt off and laugh at myself. Or I'm going to be on here and be pulling in that seriousness. This has been one hell of a roller coaster ride. My life has changed along with everybody else's dramatically. Dramatically. I live from paycheck to paycheck. Barely making it. And don't know how I've done it this long. But this opportunity, timeout, whatever, gave me a chance to really start thinking about what my life would be like if I follow my passion and do something that was totally out of the box. Because I am following what gives me pleasure. Is seeing others heal and seeing others stop living through the old timelines of what their mother, father cells gave them and holding that, and they're following that. Oh, I'm following my father's depression. Oh, I'm following my mother's worry and anxiety. I have it, blah, blah, blah. And they constantly live like that. Well, what if that's not yours to be living like that? What if you just went in and transmuted that whole line and got rid of it? Then who are you? How are you living? Who are you without that energy? Because I tell you one thing, the people who are ready, that signed up, that went in and did the work and allowed themselves to move through that energy and to settle in and did the journaling, did what they needed to do, cut those cords, had those meetings with me, boom, their life is good. But if you went into it, you did it, and then you went backwards, oh, well, now you got to kind of go back and clean up again because you didn't understand how important you were in the first place. And there's just some people that still do not know how important they are because they keep putting themselves in harmful situations and harmful relationships. That's not good for them. And they keep thinking it's going to get better. No, it's not. If you were in a relationship with someone and you keep going off and on, off and on, off and on, hello, that's a calendar relationship. It's good on Monday, but hell, it's going to be bad on Friday. So to go in now and to help people to clear those type of patterns, why do you keep matching yourself with that frequency? Why do you keep matching yourself with that energy? Why do you keep repeating that? Why do you keep thinking that that's it? Why? Why do you keep pulling that in? That's like, what if I kept saying, oh, I'm still in love with my ex-husband? No, I'm not. What if I kept aligning myself thinking that's all that I could ever have? No. A nightmare. He had so many lessons for me. I actually could just, I don't know, go to school on just his lesson plan. It was terrible. But I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I was settling for someone who was telling me I wasn't going to be anything better for anybody else. No other man will ever love me like he did. Oh, yeah, you like to physically abuse me and emotionally abused me. Not into that. Left it. Walked away from it. A lot of people are not that lucky to get out of those type of relationships. They end in death. So, yeah, I think this has been one hell of a freaking ride. And now we got the 21st coming up. So excited about the 21st. Yes, I am. Because there's a whole bunch of energy that's going to take place on that day. Some of it's going to be good, some of it's going to be bad. But there's going to be a big ass shift that happens where everyone's finally going to wake the hell up and get on the train with your name on it. And if you're on this side, oh well. Bye, Felicia. My name is Felicia. So, it's been a ride. It really has been. To just watch things of what we used to have and used to do disintegrate right before our eyes. And put into panic mode, put into fear mode, put into limitation, put into can't do this, can't go there, can't, I'm gonna mess it all up. I was in the bank the other day handling money. And the reason why I say that is because we know our money is not real. Anyway, it's getting ready to be real because it's being backed by gold. Thank God. So I'm in there dealing, and it was kind of funny. I turned, and I was coming back the way that I already came up, and I was going against the arrow, and this guy was coming. And I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just broke protocol. Please forgive me. And everybody fell out laughing in the bank. I said, isn't this the truth? And I looked at everybody and said, isn't this the truth? This is how we feel now. Well, I'm going against the grain. Everybody just started nodding their heads, started laughing. And he said, okay, everyone, all of you, I wish you all a good day and a good rest of your year. Let's keep ourselves up, shall we? And everyone's like, so, in that moment, it was a laughable moment, because, some people, you do it in a grocery store, somebody gets upset, you're going the wrong way. Am I really? How do you know which way we're supposed to be going? You're going the wrong way. Am I really? So, when I think about Spiralite, when I think about how it really works, it's so fast and it's so effective, but it does work better when you're doing a detox program. That is 333 on that detox program. So if you have not signed up for it, you're going to have to wait until we get past the 21st to sign up for the New Year's revisal of the self. And that'll be offered in January, or preparing to go into the new year. So that'll be offered then. And that would be good to get yourself ready to go into that new year, because we do have another eclipse coming up in January. So, and remember, eclipse energy lasts for 6 months. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. So, YouTube, thanks for the email. Thanks for the encouragement to keep doing what I do. I know I'm not like everybody else on their platforms and stuff. This is just me. I just say it like it is and do my teachings and channel my information from the benevolent light and bring it in and do my reads and what have you. My goal is to just help as many people wake the hell up. Wake up. It's wake up time. It's time. You're not getting your eggs and your bacon right now and your toast and your orange juice. We're skipping straight to the main course. So yeah, I wanted to start this video off with a wrap up email that I got from YouTube talking about how would you wrap up this year? Tell us, share your experience with us. I've seen a lot of loss, a lot of people losing, you know, and then people being angry at you know, the outcome of if you know I didn't go back and there was reasons why I couldn't go back. Can you imagine if they're saying if somebody gets sick in your business establishment, you have to shut your business down for 14 days? Hello? I was already dealing with my asthma stuff, COPHA. They're not going to understand that. CDC is not going to understand COPHA. They're not. They're really not. Oh, she's Ayurvedic. She had just COPHA. No, they're going to try to put a diagnosis on it. And then shut everything. No, I just could not bear to be blamed for that. Period. Blaming days or blaming anything on me or accepting any blame for something, those days are over. I don't care who you are. Don't be making me your scapegoat for your issues that you have. Not that. And that goes for anybody else that goes through that. You know how people just blame you? They see something in you. They don't know what it is. They know you're powerful. They know you're talented. They know you're good, but there's something about you that scares them. So now all of a sudden you become the scapegoat if something weird happens, if something goes down. No, those times are over. Look in your own mirror, look at your own stuff, look in your own backyard, look at that and clean that up, and then see how you're doing. Those days of blaming other people because of their gifts and whatever they have, and you just automatically think they're doing it to you, that's over. That's one of the biggest pet peeves I actually can't take away this year. Blaming. You know, people blaming you for something, making you the scapegoat. So if I saw an issue that could develop from that, I wanted to make sure I was not going to be in a position for that to happen. Same if going down and visiting my mom and dad. They're up in age. I can just see this. If I showed up and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, if they got a cold or something and something happened, I would have been blamed for it. Point blank, simple, straight through. Because I'm the odd one out in the family. Because I'm too expansion of myself. You know, I feel like my mother still loves me. I think she does. She's trying to understand me. But I'm just in that vibration, you know? So it's kind of an odd thing to get an email like that being asked, how would you wrap this up, Miss Burns? And well, how the hell do you think I should wrap it up, YouTube? What do you want me to do? Pop out a bottle of champagne and say, yes, this has been the best of my life? No. I think all of us can serve it up pretty well and say, this has been one hell of a freaking ride. And what the hell is 2021 going to bring? Change. But I tell you one thing. I am very grateful in some of the things I had to still learn on myself. I had to recuperate. I had to rest. I have to be willing to be where I was and where I am and coming to a hotel every now and then and get my bath on. Yes. You know, meeting wonderful people that I never would have met just staying in the routine of what I was staying in. I mean, I have clients in Sweden. Hawaii. If you would have asked me about that maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, I would have been looking at you like, really? I have to work hard for a living. Now I allow things to flow, thanks to a wonderful coach, Kate in Paradise. She's awesome. If I wouldn't have met her, God only knows what I would have been doing. And it's because she's such a good person, how she calls me out on my stuff, and she's good. Believe me, if I'm working with you and I'm calling you out on stuff, it's because I know what it feels like to be called out. So trust me, when I'm working with you, I know how you're feeling. And she's good at it. She knows how to just put a smile on her face and laugh at you gently and then say, okay, but look, this is what you're doing. And let's take a step back and look at this. And how could you do this differently? And that's what I want to take and pass on. Yes, I want the 21st to be a lightning experience for everybody that's looking up for that accelerated rise. Absolutely. And then I'm looking forward to when we go into 2021, how is that going to be that ignited change for us as a whole, as a world, as a nation? What are we really going to be fighting for? Because in the end, you still have free will. In the end, you still have yourself, your sovereignty. In the end, you are your I am divine self present. What makes me most happy? Seeing everybody move through their stuff and claiming something new for themselves and being happy and owning it and not blaming anybody. Not being a victim. It's so easy for all of us to get caught up in victimization. It really is. Thanks, Larry. So easy for us to get caught up in that. I've done plenty. I have to call myself out on it. Others that call me out. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Time to write a new story. Time to be adventurous. Time to stand and be. So, I hope I've done justice, YouTube. I hope I answered your email letter on how I would wrap up this one hell of a year of 2020. The mirror effect, the as above, so below. So now I step into being 55 years old. Dealing with that. 55. So what does that really mean for me? It actually is kind of scary because when I did my birthday thing, I'm stepping into a 9 cycle. Embrace it. Breathe. Then it's a 5-year. Then I'm turning 55. So I am hoping that I am not going to just blow up into some kind of static light, plasmic light out in the ethers of time because I got so many fives all over me. So here we go. I got 4 people in house. Put it in the chat if you would like to do a spiral light clearing that will help you get situated for the 21st. Know that this is just a blast of energy. You have to have a glass of water. Have a glass of water and put the water in there and have a Sharpie, if you can find that. If you are interested in that, you have to type in, and then I will know exactly where the energy is going to be going. If I do not see someone type in, then it's not happening. Now, I've done this before and was telling people how Spiral Light works. And I watch people come in, see, you're dropping off now. Then I realize who's real and who's not willing to do that. Just people coming in, peekabooing. Yeah, call you out. Just coming in, peekabooing. Oh, see, dropped all the way down. So nobody's real. Love it. I only like to deal with the real people that want that, because that energy is going to come and shift you. It's going to come and clear some things out. And if you're not ready for it, bye. Keep what you have going on. Hope it's working for you. If you want that, please type in and say yes. I just need to know where you are. If you're on the West Coast, East Coast, what state you're in, and then I have a visual of where the energy is going to be going. If you're not interested in it, and I don't see some typing into the comments, then it ain't happening today. I'll just take a question and answer that. That's just how I roll. I know. Come on here. I leave the messages of what I'm doing. Spiral Light Clearing. And when it comes time to doing this, just shows me how people like to just stay in their stuff, or they are afraid of anybody that's going to do energy and send it. I am not doing the energy on you. I'm the conduit that directs it. The plasmic light from the universe, from the cosmos, is the one that's working on you. That benevolent divine light. Hey, I know you don't need it. But did you see how many people were in? I got it all the way up to 4. And then all of a sudden, when I started talking about blah, 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 and then all of a sudden they all disappear. I call those black widows. People don't want to do their work. No, they don't want to do work. They want to stay in their bull crap. They don't want to clean house. They want to stay in it because they like the feel of warm crap. It's familiar. We had to do a lot of work. God. Oh my God. The dark night of the soul for me. Oh my God. I will never forget my dark night of the soul. That was so intense. I cried so much. Every day I was crying. I was such a hot mess. I couldn't even do my career as a nurse because recovering from cancer and illness and all the surgeries, and my body was just not functioning right. Oh my God, the dark night of the soul. And then the loss of a marriage on top of that, then being homeless on top of that, because I had to leave him. And then when you go through the divorce, nobody wants to rent to you because then your credit's all messed up. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, lazy, wondering. Yeah. So nobody wants to do the work. And you know what? That's why when you are ready to do it, there will be no more specials. I've given my specials this year. I have my prices at $333 for the 9-day detox program, and then $222 for the 72-hour program. That's it. So you want to get cleared? I have people that speak for this, how it has changed their lives. And I feel like the next book has to talk about how Spiral Light has changed their lives. But no skin off my back. So right, Sister Dear, so right. I see there's 3 in house, 2 are watching, only 1 is writing. Yeah, I'm going to tell you like this. if all of you do not wake up, get in there this weekend, get rid of some of your hostility, your fear, your whatever you keep repeating, so that you can actually get this energy into your cells on the 21st, because this is a big to do. This is 800 something years that this has not happened. And then now it's happening. Yeah, this is a big to do. Get that on. And there's some people that are sitting in here that actually know me, that are just watching. But they don't want to say that they're in here watching me, because they like to sit in the background and watch. Whatever. You like to, obviously I got your attention. You like to come and watch me. Of course you do. So let this be that time that you Sister dear, I was watching you this morning on your channel. You were setting it off. you were like, she was lighting up her channel. and then told everybody, I'm going in to have breakfast now. That's perfect. So good. I was laughing because you were setting it off. She's like one of those elders that you come and sit on a rock and talk to, and if you're not getting it, she's gonna haul off and pop you in your forehead. You getting what I'm saying? She's gonna smack you in your head. Or better yet, if you're facing the water and or you're facing backwards towards the water and she just does this and you fall backwards. So, excuse me. I think that's kind of funny. Okay, any questions? 2 people in house. I get 3, then I get 4. That's okay. People are scared. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh yeah, it's coming. Ain't that right, Sister dear? The big showdown is coming. Oh, they ain't have nothing to really do with the 21st. There's another one coming. Yes. And I find it very enlightening that a lot of people who do the research, a lot of people who are awake, they know what else is coming. Ain't that right, Sister dear? Don't tell them. Don't type it in and tell them. Don't say what it is. Let them all figure it out, what's coming. Yeah. Yeah, we're in our own Game of Thrones right now. Literally, we're in our own Game of Thrones. Who's gonna win the throne? Oh my God, I'm telling you. Don't say nothing, Sister dear. Don't write it in. Let it stay out there. That way, those that are awake, they already know what's coming. It ain't just about the 21st. Yeah. Surprise. So, any questions other than what's coming? Because I'm not going to talk about it. Go on later too. Oh, are you okay? Are you talking about going onto your channel? No, don't tell them. You know, I love lately this week. I've just been running into people who are just people are out for change their thing. Yeah. Good. They need to be doing it. standing up. It's a test. It's a big ass test. Imagine this. People, I think I could put it in a movie form. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I know they did this in the movie. They wanted to see which people that they could get to sign up for this and what people wouldn't do. So they actually put out something of a story to get them to believe it. And then these people jumped up and signed up for it and did it. And then it turned out to be a trick. And these people held back, and they were the ones that were the awake ones that didn't do it. These people went, these people stayed. You were going around about, oops, and around, lost you for a minute. Okay. Oh, I was spinning. Is that what's happening? Because when I'm looking at this, I don't see anything spinning. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Well, because I don't know. I'm not on the side where on your end. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, it shows clear. I have a clear connection. Oh, 2G. Oh, yeah, that's right. Girl, you guys gonna get upgraded. You know you can't be down there in no 2G. Shoot, they gotta raise y'all up to. All right, any questions or anything? Knowing that nobody's on here to do Spiral Light, because if you were, you would have already typed it in and said, yes, I'd like to do the Spiral Light thing. And if you're not, then I'm going to finally go get something to really eat. Yes. I don't know what I really want to eat. I have to finish watching Infinity Water, his platform today. He's doing really good. How did you like that info I sent you last night? Wasn't that good? Awesome, huh? It was good info. Mm-hmm. Okay. So on the 21st, I am looking to do a winter solstice. If you would like to offer your space for that, please let me know by DMing me or sending me an Instagram message. Oh, yes, the best. Thank you. And let me know if that's something that you want to represent the space and allow me to come and do the drumming ceremony for winter solstice. If not, I do have a crazy place where I will be doing it and bringing in some energy. And it's just aligning with the gridded light and bringing that in. So I think this is so interesting how people just pop on. They don't want to identify, sign in, or anything. I love that. Just lets me know if they are really truthfully wanting to do their healing work. Of course they don't. Nice. Okay. So tomorrow is, oh yeah, Instagram Spirit Speak Day. So I'll do a reading over there. And I'm not really sure if I'll be posting anything on this side because I think I've talked about everything I need to talk about. So basically, I'm going to wait and see if there's any downloads of anything else that's going to be coming through. Um, nice mask, mask again. No, I really don't want to wear a mask going out. So I'm going to rest now and channel some more beautiful information coming from the Hearth beings of light. They're on a really high frequency. And then checking in with the Arterians and the Andromedans today. I'm getting that. And setting up SoundCloud. So I'm looking forward to that. And I will put a post when SoundCloud is finally set up and the first recording that I will have in there. That'll probably be available for tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining me here. Deb, I love you so much. You are my sister. Yes, yes, yes. I love the other two that are in house. Yes, yes, yes. I love you even though I can't see you, but I can feel you. And so know that I edit my own language out. So that's why when I was talking, it went blank. I literally just stopped my voice to edit my own self out. I bleep my own self out because I have to say it like it is. Was I going to sit here and go, oh, darn, it was such a groovy time we were having? No, that wasn't about to happen. I was going to keep it real. All right. If you've received texts from me, if you've received likes from me on your Instagram, if you received phone calls from me, and if you received any emails from me, just know my heart walks with you, and I love you dearly, and I wish the best for you in the year to come. Thank you so much for joining me here on Be So Light. Be good to yourselves. Treat others how you would want to be treated, and just send your love up and rise. Ascend, people. Wake the hell up and ascend. We need you to ascend. Please wake up. Remember who you are. All right. Let me go get something to eat and then we'll do your thing. All right. Love you all.